In this video we will discuss about the most famous defense, the nimzo Indian defense. To start with, white moves d4, then black moves nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4. The normal line of the opening is d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, e3. After that in Mikina's attack start from d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, b4, q d3. Next one is Ragozin defense, again d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, e6, castle, bd3, d5, nf3, nc6, castle. Next variation is Kamok variation, again it starts from d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, c3. After that in Hubna variation, d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, e3, c5. In the normal variation of the opening, again d4, nf6, c4, e6, bb4, e3, castle. Next one is Ragozin variation, as usual, d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, e3, castle, bd3, d5, nf3, nc6, castle, d cross c4. Next one is Fischer variation, again d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, e3, b6, and e2. The next variation is Imagine variation, again d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, e3, castle, ne7, d5, a3, bd6. Next variation is Semish variation, again d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, a3, b cross c3 check, b cross c3, castle. After that next one is Leningrad variation, again d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, bg5. In Spielmann variation, again white moves d4, then nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, qb3. Next one is classical variation, again d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, qc2. After that in Reshevsky variation, again d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, e3, castle, n. e2. Next one is Romanushian variation, again d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, g3. Next variation is Three Knights variation, as usual, d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, nf3. Next one is Petersburg variation, again d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, e3, b6. After that in Hubna variation, main line, again white moves d4, then nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, e3, c5, bd3, nc6, nf3, b cross c3 check, b cross c3, d6. Next one is Semish variation, accelerated, as usual, d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, a3, b cross c3 check, b cross c3. In normal variation, bishop attack, again d4, nf6, c4, e6, n c3, bb4, e3, castle, bd3. Then the next one is normal variation, Gligoric system, again d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, e3, castle, bd3, d5, nf3, c5. Next one is normal variation, Hubner deferred, again d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, e3, c5, nf3, castle. After that the next one is normal variation, Bothwinic defense, as usual, d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, e3, castle, bd3, d5, a3, b cross c3 check, b cross c3. Next one is classical variation, Noah variation, again d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, qc2, d5. After that in Semish variation, Keras variation, again d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, g3, d5, a3, b cross c3 check, b cross c3, c5, c cross d5, n cross d5, d cross c5. After that next one is normal variation, Semish deferred, as usual, d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, e3, castle, nf3, d5, a3. Next one is normal variation, Ragozin variation, again d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, e3, castle, nf3, d5. The last one is normal variation, Bernstein deferred, again d4, nf6, c4, e6, nc3, bb4, e3, castle, bd3, d5, nf3, c5, castle, nf6, a3, b cross c3, b cross c3, d cross c4, b cross c4. Like and subscribe for more videos.